Go.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Tales from the bottom of the ocean. I am Austin Andrews.
I'm Mike Kemp.
Mike, you're looking a little slimmer there. Yeah, have you lost weight?
Oh yeah.
Have you been working out?
Yeah.
I hear, Steve, you're on that little keto diet, right?
Can you see this?
Keto diet. Yeah,
see this?
yeah, kinda.
Oh,
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, I've been doing squats. Look at this.
That's some good squatting there, Mike. You're looking.
Got a
pretty-
little lunges going on, you know.
Yeah, you're looking pretty good. All right, so.
Jumping jacks.
All right. Enough exercise. We're continuing art, Mike. How do you like that? But you know what? You know what's a good art to master? Using your money, your hard-earned cash, and donating it to our Patreon. Area 22. Actually, hold on. Excuse me. Patreon.com/Area22.
And you can follow us on Instagram
Yeah.
at Tales Podcast.
Yeah.
Talk for brains. Get in front of the microphone.
Listen. How are people supposed to hear you, Mike, if you're not even in front of the microphone?
There's the microphone.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm sorry, folks.
Why are you even putting it in your mouth, you absolute madman?
All that exercise has given me some severe eye problems. I was bench pressing and I dropped the bar right on my forehead and my eyes popped right out of my skull.
And it looks like you also became very long and snake-like, like almost tubular.
Oh yeah, I was doing a lot of leg extensions.
And it looks like your skin's like completely bleached white, save for like a gray sort of odd shape on your body.
Uh,
What happened there? You went to the spa, and I know some people bleach their teeth. You just bleach your whole damn body.
Yep.
All right, Mike. So we're doing abstract art. So the absurd and the abstract. Remember when we did the absurd during existentialism? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I got. Hold on. Yeah. It's right down here.
He's stalling.
All right.
He lost his eyes too. I guess he's not adapting well.
Listen, no. I just need to read the script real quick.
Oh, you just need to read?
Yeah.
What are you gonna read without any eyes? It's very perplexing.
Listen, you're worrying too much. You know.
I'm worrying too much.
I think you're worrying too much. But abstract art, right, uses a visual language of shape, form, color, and line. Well, I don't know why that's singular. I guess it's supposed to be plural. And lines to create a composition which may exist within a degree of independence from visual references in the world. And well, I guess philosophical, because you can approach philosophy from an abstract point of view. You know.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, for the longest time, I think we've kind of been approaching that, especially when talking about the absurd, you know. Like, with Albert Camus, the whole deal with the absurd, obviously, was that life and, like, the whole principles of the universe and one's own subjective realities, you know, objective versus subjective, that has an extremely intense contradiction.
Yeah, contradictions are extraordinarily frustrating.
Really?
Yes. I feel like everybody goes out of their way to contradict me sometimes.
Why do you feel that?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't
feel-
like not being correct.
You feel like you're always being parodied, basically.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, I feel that way.
Well, you know, honestly, Mike, I'm going to tell you, I feel a little weird right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But not in like the, oh, I've been working out too, even though I have. I'm actually feeling kind of sore. But, you know, I'm feeling sore, I think, for many other reasons. But that's not the point. Abstract art, right?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to keep my head up sometimes.
I think I know how you feel. But I'll keep going. Western art, right, had been up from the Renaissance. Well, excuse me, hold on. Had been from the Renaissance up to the middle of the 19th century, underpinned by the logic of perspective and an attempt to reproduce an illusion of visible reality.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. By the end of the 19th century, many artists felt the need to create a new kind of art which would encompass the fundamental changes taking place in technology, society, and science and philosophy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to.
It's getting a little hard for us to articulate because if you've noticed, we've lost our throats.
Yeah. Along with any other discernible features.
We don't have any teeth either.
Yeah.
We have to eat like this.
Yeah. If only I could even see how you were doing, like, or describing what you just did, because I seem to don't have any eyes either.
Yeah, we swallow things like much like a snake, only
You
much
see, I
more-
actually blame our show engineer for getting us on that keto diet.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, dieting is actually bad for you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't actually do it.
Yeah,
You'll
we
be-
lost so much weight.
Keep it the first 3 letters and you're good.
Our eyes eroded away and our
Yeah,
throats.
it's really frustrating.
It's like the amputee diet. That's what I did. I just chopped my arms off.
I chopped my whole body off.
That's how I
As you-
lost like 40 pounds. Just gotta chop your limbs off.
Yeah, as you can see, I am not but a shell of my former self. Thanks, Steve.
Yep.
All right.
You guys.
So, abstraction, Mike. All right. You're there. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's a departure from reality and depiction of imagery in art. So, I don't know if you've noticed, right? Something very telling
What happened?
in terms of departing from reality, in terms of imagery, right?
Right?
I don't know if you've noticed.
Nah, no.
I'm actually wearing a watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't notice it
Oh, there you are.
because I never actually wear a watch, do I?
Nah.
Departing from reality. Your perceptions. You're too familiar with your perceptions of me now. We're getting abstract. You know what I'm saying? Mike, you alive?
Nah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
And also, abstraction bears no trace of anything, or any reference, to anything recognizable. So you may not recognize Mike currently because of his post keto stature, but I do.
That's a swole female.
And that's because of years of
Mike, you're getting a little close there. You might want to get to your own mic.
symbolism, you know?
Yeah. Listen, there's nothing funny about abstraction, Mike.
Yeah, I'm getting a little frustrated. Let me just put my head down real quick.
There's nothing funny about what we do. Philosophy is a very serious topic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Very depressing sometimes.
Yeah. I can understand you might need to take a breather. In fact, I'm gonna take one right now. Hold on.
Feel like a sock of your former self.
What?
Shell of your former self.
Oh, okay.
It's like when all of your ignorance is truly not even gone away, it's just worse.
What?
'Cause now you're aware of how much you don't know.
Yeah. Imagine if what you knew before was just replaced by, say, a sock.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Yeah. Hard to understand, too. That would, Jesus, if we in any way deviated from the normal formula of the show, I think it would just be absolute garbage.
I don't think we had an established formula.
Yeah.
I don't know what a formula is. You know what I got in algebra?
What?
I got a 25. The teacher had to actually request they give me below 50, and the dean was like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Jesus.
And that's why I'm where I am today.
You should...
Basically a blind worm.
A blind worm. But tonight I'm going to open your eyes, Mike.
A word?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not helping the case. You know, I don't know if any of you remember from a previous episode. I was trying to not to make the case that there's a possibility that we are, like...
Weirdos?
You know, I'm just going to continue the show. The absurd, Mike. All right?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm just so depressed at school and work. And it just gets hard.
It gets hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To keep your head up, like you
yeah,
said.
it gets extraordinarily painful and hard, yeah.
It feels like you're just receiving no blood flow to any part of your body.
Yeah, I didn't do enough cardio. Must
Yeah.
be.
That's what happens, dude. Anyway,
Yeah, it does.
the absurd refers to the conflict between human tendency to seek inherent value and meaning in life, and the human inability to find any in purposelessness, meaninglessness, or chaotic and irrational universes.
Irrational?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Irrational?
Well, the universe is in a way kind of irrational, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
It operates on very absurd principles. Like, I mean, how can the universe be endless when I'm looking at you right now and you're pretty much all I see, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand. That's, really, hurts.
You see, Mike, why can't you be more like me? Resistant to all things. I watched Tales from the Bottom of the Ocean, episode 1, about stoicism.
It must be my girth and inertia.
They can't hear you too far from the mic.
It must be my growth and inertia.
I think...
My inertia and growth and girth. It's just a little hard to keep my head up when it's naturally 3 times the size of yours.
yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
It's just all the terrible things and all the judgment. Just it's crushing me.
Well, hey, you know, maybe you could use some more abstractness in your diet, Mike. You know?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yeah.
Because, I mean, why do you think people would lean towards an abstract form of artistic expression?
As an excuse to be lazy.
You think so?
Yeah, because you could just go and willy-nilly toss a bunch of whatever on the canvas and be like, it's abstract, and that makes it good. And that's not necessarily true.
Well, I mean, that's a fairly decent way to critique, let's say, modern art, which largely is, you know, nothing but sort of abstract. Because, I mean, we live in like a fairly structured universe, you know? Or rather, a fairly structured society now. If you look at, you know, nowadays in big cities, nothing but really tall buildings, you know, friggin' taxis work around the clock. Everything's very regimented. So, I mean, I can understand why some people would want to express themselves in a particular way that would seem out of the norm, you know?
Out of the norm?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
See, once again, Mike, you're getting really close to my microphone, and it's very uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know my own personal space because I have no eyes, if you recall. I don't.
Well, see, here, let me help you.
I-
See, you belong right. No, a little up. There you go. You belong right there.
You know, people have been fired for what you just did.
Listen, are you gonna fire me? What are you, the boss? Are you the show engineer?
Canceled.
Oh well, see you later, everybody. See you. Bye. Nah, I can't be canceled. I can't be stopped. Look what I can get away with. I'm basically a living husk of my former self, and I came to work today.
Yeah, coming to work, I call out at least 3 times a month at my job, and it's mostly to just not go.
All right, so question time, Mike. All right. So questions. All right, so question 1. Hold on. Before we do the questions.
Before we do the questions, what?
I know you don't have any eyes, but I'm over here, Mike.
Oh yeah.
All right, so question 1, Mike. All right. So,
Yeah, I'm
how is
waiting.
abstraction and the absurd related? How is it related?
Well, if you can hear me okay, abstractness and absurdism are related because half the time, you know, abstract things look absurd and half the time absurd things look abstract because we don't really get the meaning behind it until we get to think outside the box. I think I made a good point. I mean, it makes you think, which is confusing.
It's very interesting, Mike, I'd say.
What was that?
Well, it wasn't me. It could have been actually the force of abstraction leaning you to what you're actually supposed to be doing right now.
Well, it smells really good.
Yeah, I think the force of abstraction is wearing a very interesting new cologne.
Is cologne art?
The point to ask is it abstract art? Because that's what we're doing.
Well, yeah, because it would make people think, you know. It's like, what's that? That's not something readily obvious. It makes you think.
Yeah, the world generally smells awful, but no, this person smells very good.
I don't think the whole world smells awful. You ever been in like a pine forest? That's nature's pine.
Listen, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Mike. All right, so question 2, Mike. All right, question 2.
Okay.
All right, why might someone wish to part with realism?
Because reality, as I've said numerous times, over and over, sucks.
Oh, really?
Why would you not want to?
Sucks.
And back in the day, there was no video games or podcasts or anything, puppet shows or anything like that to escape from. So, you know,
Yeah.
what else were you going to do?
Well, I don't know.
Art's all you had. Art and puppet shows or anything like that. That's probably how science fiction or whatever came to be. That's how abstract art came to be.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, you start thinking.
You think so, huh?
Well, you start imagining. Thinking's not the right word. You start imagining.
Well, the thing about realism, right, Mike, is that, like I said, it's trying to be as to the standard form of human physicality and universal physicality as possible, obviously.
Yep.
Like, trying to be fairly objective about how the world is. You know, it's fundamentally flawed. It's fundamentally... Well, I guess, you know, during the Renaissance, you know the statue of David. How beautiful it basically is.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
You know, the thing is that, like, the statue of David, that's like, I think, peak realism. Like, cause it's still around today, and we still marvel at how beautiful it looks. You know,
I gotta ask you something though. Do you enjoy cheating?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like my head's been raised a bit higher than yours.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, Mike.
I see.
You're an absolute... Listen, Mike, don't worry about it. I see you worrying, but I don't see you doing your job.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing my job, am I?
Listen.
Well, I've got eye problems, man. I don't know where my glasses. Here's my glasses. I got my glasses right here.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Oh my god, stop it.
Wait, hold on.
There we go.
I think you're actually destroying our audio equipment, Mike.
I can't see. What are you gonna do? Fire me because I can't see? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, you do a show if you can't see.
Getting my glasses on is a bit challenging. You know, I just got contacts. I would just be seeing... What happens if you do put on contacts and then put glasses on? Do you just see better?
Or do you see worse?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually a really good question.
We should... That reminds me of when I went on King Ka contacts on. They burned into my eyes.
Wait, you went on King Ka with contacts on?
No, I'm afraid of roller coasters and contacts.
Okay, fair enough. So you basically did none of those things. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I lie very frequently.
All right.
Makes me look cool.
All right, fair enough. All right, so question 3.
All right, question 3.
Question 3, Mike.
It's a high number. I'm not sure if I could do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm right here with you.
Okay, thank you.
Why does encroaching abstraction in the art field, what does encroaching and abstraction in the art field say about the intellectual zeitgeist of a society?
Well, you said 2 words there that I just do not understand.
I will repeat myself. Don't worry.
Encroaching? Well, like approaching?
Yeah, like it's
Oh,
coming
and
into
zeitgeist,
fruition.
I remember we were using it a lot the other day.
Hold on. I'm getting...
What?
Steve, can you pass me some water?
Yeah, no issue.
Thanks. All right. Hold on. Let me just have some of this. There we go. All right. So, sorry. So encroaching as in like you say like, you know, the intellectual zeitgeist, you know, the universities, the art museums, etc. It's starting to fill up with abstract art. Like, what does that say about society? Like, what does that say about like how society might be going?
Well, Not much, honestly, because first of all, you have to remember, artists aren't like the main. They're not like society in and of itself. It's a very specialized thing nowadays. It's not like what it was before. So it might just be the general artists thinking that, and thinking that abstractness is the way to go, but it doesn't really make a comment on reality, because reality and art are separated enough now.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like, what? Don't you think that art imitates life in a way?
Well, yeah, it certainly does, but not in every case. Sometimes art's just art.
It's like art for art's sake.
Yeah.
I think there's some genuine artists who believe that that's sort of a problem, though. Like, art just for art's sake is like an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know the saying that art is pain?
Yes.
I think I'm Picasso, if that's the case. Because I am in such pain sometimes.
Like right now.
Kind of. Not really. Other than not being able to see, taste, eat, and
Just exist in general.
my throat feels kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Mike. I'm in stitches right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you're just a funny guy.
Yeah. I guess I'm all right.
All right, so, well, I think that encroaching abstraction means that society is just becoming too structured.
Oh, yeah, it's too structured, eh?
Just like this podcast, I think actually it makes too much sense.
Oh yeah, yeah, maybe. It might make too much sense. You might have really
I think we're slipping. I think our brand is just becoming very.
You might have alienated some people with how much structure there is.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're like a Jenga tower that has not been touched. Fresh.
What's even the point?
Ready to be desensitized, deconstructed.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so question 4, Mike.
Yep.
The absurd makes the case that its very existence is caused by the simultaneous existence of the subjective human mind and objective universe. How does abstraction justify this absurd relationship? So, like, how do you? So, obviously, like in the philosophy of the absurd, right?
Yeah.
Universe is objective. We are subjective. There's a genuine sort of issue there, obviously. Are you okay, Mike?
Yes. That was just a passing of gas, you see.
There's a genuine issue in the case that we have a very subjective worldview of the world. You see, Mike, you look a little tired.
Do I?
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second.
Get some Z's going. I can sleep on command.
Like a horse.
What? No, they can't do that. What are you talking
no,
about?
No, they sleep standing up. Sorry.
Sleeping on command and sleeping standing up are really different. I'm sleeping standing up right now.
Listen, don't worry about it. Also, wake up. All right, but
I'm back.
what I'm trying to say is, like, the absurd makes the case that since we are human beings, we have a very solely subjective view on the reality, right?
Yes. Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah. So how does adopting an abstract way of, say, living or being sort of rectify that? Like, let me I guess offer my perspective on it. Like, I think that when you choose to be abstract, like when you choose to rather have a realistic sort of viewpoint, it's sort of ignoring the fact that, you know, the universe is still outside of your scope of reality. Like, you can't actually perceive every last bit of it, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, there is a genuine conflict of interest there, you know?
A conflict of interest. How so?
Like, I mean, because should we try to carve out as much order out of an endlessly chaotic universe? Should we just relish in the fact that it's all kind of meaningless in the end?
I don't know. We're one of the few things that really can make order. Maybe it is our obligation to do so.
You think so?
Perhaps. I don't know. I'm just a guide, man. You ask me a lot of questions I just can't answer, and I don't think anyone could. But that's the point of philosophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would think that as something that could create order, we should do it as much as possible if it is beneficial to society.
Oh, yeah. That's a, I'd say that's a very, I'd say that's a really genuine idea of how we should go about it. But when do you think that we should be starting to be a little bit extra abstract about our thinking?
Well, when we get into a stalemate, if you will, I think you need to start thinking outside the box in order to get back to order. If that makes sense.
Like, but you're basically making the case that society can be corrupted.
No, I'm trying to say that, like, I'm trying to say when things get too stagnant and no progression's made, then you must be abstract.
No. So it's kind of like the dichotomy between conservatism and liberalism, basically. Like, there's time. Like, if we want to progress, we have to think outside of our normal comfort zones. And if we want, whoa,
What was that?
I don't know what that
Oh, it was one of the sea monkeys.
Yeah, there we go.
They got in.
The vents,
Yeah.
the ventilation
Little
shafts.
buggers.
But you're basically making the case that, like, sometimes, excuse me, it's better to conserve our society. Sometimes it's better to progress it through just by essentially thinking outside of the box, just like you said.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I think that works.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a small little nap. All right, I'm all better.
That was a small little nap.
Yeah.
Did us taking on this diet also like completely destroy our capability of like genuinely sleeping properly?
I don't think we should be talking bad about keto since you know for a fact neither of us are on it.
Listen, how else have?
Do you know what I ate today?
What
I
did you
ate nothing but carbs. I started off.
So you're
with,
cheating, is what you're saying?
I started off with an egg and sausage sandwich, 2 croissants, a Häagen-Dazs ice cream cone, a cinnamon bun, and what else did I eat? Oh yeah, an entire carton of raspberries and blueberries, and an entire bag of popcorn.
Raspberries and blueberries aren't bad.
Well, whatever. I
Well,
still ate
did
them.
you hear what he just said like 3 previously?
Yeah, that might not be so bad, but compared to everything else.
Yeah.
And then on the way over here, I got an egg pastrami sandwich, which is more eggs
Yeah.
and bread.
Eggs aren't bad.
Whatever. There's still a lot of food.
It's a lot of carbs.
Yep, they make me really tired.
Well,
All right, I'm back.
the act of existing in the same universe as Mike is like sometimes just pure agony.
Oh yeah, it's like I feel like a contortionist, you know?
Yeah. But anyway, question 5, Mike.
Oh yeah, question 5.
Move into the grooving with these questions. All right. So, is it possible to be too abstract?
Yes. Because sometimes you just get so abstract that everything you do just doesn't make any sense. You know?
Really?
Like if I were to, I don't know. What if I were to just take a can of paint and just splash it all over the wall? No thoughts, no nothing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna make of it?
What am I gonna make of it?
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Depends.
Or maybe that's not a good example. What if I just made something so complicated you couldn't get it ever unless you spent your whole life dedicated to it?
Oh, well, do you think that abstract and things being complicated are like one and the same? Do you think that's the same thing? Because I mean, it could just very well be not hold on. Actually, no. I think you're right. Because do you think that the simple fact that things are just too abstract adds a level of complication to it? Because you got to ask yourself, like, oh, is this complicated? Is this complicated or is this not complicated? Is it nonsensical? Is it making
complicated for a good reason?
sense? Yeah, exactly. It actually adds
Is it complicated or is it pretentious?
Exactly. It's adding a kind of anxiety because, like, I mean, there's this mon art piece where, like, someone literally cans their own fecal matter.
Yeah, that's not art. That's poop.
That's poop. I mean, it is, but like, you can say that you can make the case that They basically like, you know, the stuff that you're buying on the shelves, or it's just, you know, waste.
Oh, wait, that is actually kind of compelling. It could just be like a comment on what we always buy.
Yeah, but hold on. Are we pretentious for just saying that it's poop?
No, we're just not really giving it any thought because it's already... All right, the first thing we noticed is that it was poop.
Yeah.
And that's like the... People don't need poop.
Yeah.
So calling it art or thinking of it as art at first glance, I'm gonna take the poop out on a date for. Anyway, at first glance, you just gloss over it because it's poop.
Yeah.
But it's in a can now. And all right, so now it's poop in a can. It's equally as disgusting. But then you put a little more thought into it. It's like it's kind of like what, you know, if I bought like canned soup at the supermarket,
Canned bread.
like, you know, sodium. Might as well eat some salt.
Or some freaking Vienna sausages.
Yeah, Vienna sausages, I guess. Whatever.
Get canceled by Vienna sausage makers.
No, we would not. Anyway, point is, yeah, I guess you could, but I think that poop in the can is a bad example.
No, I think so.
Because now you made me think. You guided me along. If you never gave me that little hint, I'd be like, no, it's just poop.
Is it possible to be too abstract for too long?
No, I think, well, art, once you make the art's there until it's destroyed, so I don't get what you mean.
Oh, okay. So, like, do you think it's like too? I think it's bad to like make a fad out of being too abstract for too long.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I mean, we did an episode on irony culture.
A very good episode. You should check it out.
Yeah, irony, despair. Like, I mean, it takes a level of awareness of society.
More like agony and disrepair.
It takes a level of like genuine like disgust for like current society to, I guess, deconstruct it like the way that irony does.
Yeah.
So maybe abstraction, like, it does it in a similar way, you know?
Yep. I think you should talk on the camera for a little bit.
You know what?
I think that people miss you. They're tired of seeing my ugly mug. They want to see your beautiful head.
All right, fair enough.
And only your beautiful head for a couple of minutes. Let's see how you like it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
I don't see it.
Oh, hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm in the shower.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, we don't need any shower sound effects, Jesus.
You're in the shower.
You're in the shower.
It's a silent shower.
Oh, an air shower.
Yeah. I'm like the elephants. You know how they like pile dust on themselves?
What? No, they put it in. They deliberate. Oh my God, you're making me angry now. Okay, because the nature shows show you the elephants deliberately putting their trunks into the water and spraying it on themselves. They don't take dirt baths. You're thinking of chinchillas,
Oh yeah, you're right.
which is relatively silent.
Fair enough.
All right, back to you, Austin.
Okay, hold on.
If you tell me to hold on for another second.
Listen, don't worry about it. You're genuinely. You seem very angry, Mike.
Oh yeah, you know, sometimes I get a little angry.
Yeah.
It's when I don't eat my enough hemoglobin.
It's eat enough hemoglobin.
Yep.
Just consume it.
You know what I mean.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Don't get enough sugar, I get a little angry.
Nah, don't worry about it. But here's another question for you, alright?
I'm waiting on this question.
I'm reading it.
That will completely come out of your mouth and not mine.
I'm reading it, don't worry. It's a bit of a long one.
All right, I got you.
Abstract expressionism, right,
Yep.
is a post-World War II art movement that arose within New York from the mingling of fleeing artists from Nazi tyranny. So they came to New York and sort of mingled with today's, I guess, or today's. Yeah, I was gonna say like yeah.
1930.
Yeah, around 1930s, 1940s, they mingled with that age's art critics and artists, poets, etc. And they formed this sort of abstract expressionist sort of movement.
You seem to be in a little bit of discomfort.
Listen, I'm fine. I'm totally okay. In fact, I'm so okay that I think I could do this for like 3 more hours, you know? Like
Right.
this show, like at this way, 3 more hours, perfectly fine. Yeah. Totally easy. Listen, you're worrying too much, Mike. I see you worrying. Actually, you know what? I don't even have eyes or any sensory like organs at all. I can tell you're worrying.
Yeah, I must admit,
Worry.
Yeah.
I'm a nervous wreck. I just
Listen,
can't deal with it anymore. You know.
Listen, don't worry about it.
I was crying under that table, in case if you were wondering.
All right. So, again with the question.
Yep.
You need to do more sit-ups, Jesus.
I got gas. It's just one of those days, you know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But by the early 1940s, the main movements in modern art, expressionism, cubism, abstraction, surrealism, etc., and data. I think it's data or data or whatever.
It's data.
Yeah,
if you
data.
say data, you just sound like a. It's like it's saying vase instead of vase. No, it's saying vase instead of vase.
Vein.
Veins. Put these flowers in these veins. All right.
Anyway, they were all represented in New York. What does all of that information say about abstraction and its possible importance?
I got my mouth full. I'm sorry. It just says that maybe to really be able to think about the abstract, you can't be oppressed. Meaning you can have you cannot have, you know.
I don't think you can do much of anything if you're oppressed.
Well, yeah,
Like
but
severely.
especially think outside the box. So you have to flee to really understand. So maybe you just need to have clarity to really create and understand the abstract.
Yeah, and also have like influences from others. You know, that definitely helps as well. Helps you get out of your own comfort zone.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like, you know, if you just like, you know, how should I put it? Hold on. Feeling very I'm feeling Jesus, I don't know a proper expression, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling very. What's that song by M. Night? No, not M. Night Shyamalan. Jay Shaladin or something like that. What are you eating?
Well, I'm not eating anything.
What?
What?
I'm feeling tickled pink, I should say. I think that's the phrase.
Oh no, I never started that. No, I don't know who M. Night Shyamalan is.
No, it's not M. Night Shyamalan. It's like Jay Shaladin. There we go. It's played on Fallout a couple times.
Oh yeah, I don't know any video games.
Fair enough. But needless to say, this whole podcast, I'm gonna admit, I feel weird. What are you eating? I don't see you eating anything. How are you making those noises?
My tongue is very chewy.
Are you you're eating your tongue?
Yeah, that's why you don't see it right now.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Mike's. Listen, if your co-host ever just starts eating themselves, I think that's you can quit at that point. Trust me. But
Grade A beef right here.
yeah. But I mean, you hit the nail pretty much right on the head, Mike. Nazi tyranny, along with, I mean, obviously, like the tyrannical governments that were going on all across, you know, the world and like Eastern Europe. To get it together, Mike. First you eat yourself, and now you're just completely losing it on camera. What were we doing these?
It's a very funny tongue that I'm eating.
Yeah, fair enough.
By the way, what about Mike's Mysteries?
Oh yeah, don't listen. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to that.
We have like
5 minutes, I think.
yeah, it's very in the void. It's hard to tell numbers. So I'm just gonna do Mike's Mysteries, should I or no?
Needless to say,
Yeah.
abstraction in a structured society, in a too far structured society, it's important to be able to, well, to think of it as like a rebellion against the extreme forms of society. But yeah. I mean, but art is rebellion. We've made that case before. Art is inherently a rebellion against something.
I see.
All right, so Mike's Mysteries, go ahead.
All right, so Mike's Mysteries.
Yeah.
You ever you heard about reincarnation, right?
No.
No? All right, well, when you die, it's the idea that you come back as something or someone else, all right? So tell me how this happened. And there's these two sisters, right? They're the Pollock sisters. They were very young when they died in a car accident. Both of them died, okay?
Alright. Alright. Sorry.
So then,
Just turning off the water. I was finishing my shower. Okay, hold on. Swallow. Then go on.
All right, so then for real though, the family had another two children,
Yeah.
twins. And it's very shocking, but they were able to. They knew landmarks that the sisters would have known, like their school and everything like that.
Yeah.
And they had an innate fear of cars. Whenever a car would come by, they'd be like, "It's gonna get us." So how would they know that unless if they were reincarnated? Like they just were born with these innate fears, and they knew where the sisters have been. Don't you think that's freaky? Don't you think that's a mystery?
Yes. Honestly, this show is a bit of a mystery, I think.
Imagine being reincarnated and having some of the members. Apparently, they faded away when they got older, though.
So maybe it was just like some weird.
It's got to be something.
Yeah,
I don't.
some weird quirk.
I don't think. Me personally, I don't think that could really not be something supernatural.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things if you just don't believe it. Unless the parents are making it up, but why would they lie on the internet?
Yeah.
You know? You got any closing words or anything? Because that's about done with Mike's mysteries. I could only hope that when I die, I'm reincarnated into something cool. Like a tiger.
Well, philosophy in its
Yeah.
core is it
Hey,
Yeah.
guys, I got one question and I want it answered.
no,
The correct information.
go on.
Who shat on the bathroom floor?
Well, it was me.
No, it was very much me. What are you gonna do about it?
Strangle
Gonna
him.
drag you in there and clean it up. Who's going?
He is.
You'll have to catch me first.
You gotta get past me to get to the door.
Listen, sir. You're very I can understand your frustration, and to that I say, we're going down.